Hey there, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Nor, and welcome to this week's episode of Draw My Scandal,
where we talk about celebrities, news, and cool stuff.
This week we'll have some Trump time, where we explain what the global gag rule is.
And talk about his bodyguard using fake arms.
Yeah, that was weird. We'll be talking about the women's worldwide protest.
And finally, our thoughts on La La Land.
Let's get to it. First up, it's Trump time. Yeah, Trump has reinstated the global gag rule.
The gag rule basically stops US funding to international NGOs,
non-governmental organizations.
And these organizations offer advice on family planning and reproductive health, including abortions.
Not to mention environmental issues come into this as well.
The ban Trump's administration has issued stops the EPA employees,
Environmental Protection Agency employees,
from tweeting and speaking to reporters about environmental issues.
In response to this, a former employee of Badlands National Park used their Twitter account to tweet facts about the environment,
which then all got deleted.
Okay, so tweets like, today the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is higher than at any time in the last 650,000 years. Hashtag climate, hashtag facts.
They're literally getting censored for tweeting facts.
Scientific facts.
Not alternative facts.
Scientific facts.
What kind of Orwellian bullshit dystopia are we currently living in where you can't just tell the truth?
I don't know, man. But going back to the reproductive health thing, he signed a document about what women should do with their bodies surrounded by men.
And according to the Huffington Post, the US spends about $600 million a year on international assistance for family planning and reproductive health programs, making it possible for 27 million women and couples worldwide to access contraceptive services and supplies.
Trump's executive order could be deadly for women and girls in developing countries and conflict zones like Syria.
With a lack of access to reproductive health services and safe abortions, they'll end up resorting to dangerous methods of ending their pregnancies.
Not to mention, because they're taking away these services, more unexpected pregnancies are going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
The World Health Organization estimates that more than 21 million women a year have unsafe abortions in developing countries, accounting for about 13% of all maternal deaths in the entire world.
This whole thing is crazy.
You know what, in response to everything that's been going on, there was this massive women's march all over the world.
Possibly the biggest march in history.
Official counts from march organisers confirmed that there had been more than 100,000 people marching across the UK.
And more than 5 million women, men and children marched globally.
Protests took place in over 60 countries.
Even Antarctica.
And on the day of the inauguration, Shia LaBeouf launched a project called He Will Not Divide Us.
So outside the Museum of Moving Image in New York, there's now a wall with the words "He Will Not Divide Us" with a camera and mic mounted underneath.
Yeah, and it's open to all. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it will be live streamed continuously for 4 years. Or, the duration of the presidency, which hopefully isn't that long.
Don't even. Jaden Smith, in fact, has been seen chanting "He Will Not Divide Us" to the camera, and naturally also so has Shia LaBeouf.
The website is exactly what you think it's called. It's called www.hewillnotdivide.us.
The project has received criticism and obviously trolls, but that hasn't stopped people chanting the mantra.
Chloe, he will not divide us.
He will not divide us.
You know what's weird?
Giraffes.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say?
Trump's bodyguard going viral.
Alright, what's he done? No, what's he done now?
Okay, so originally he went viral because of this video clip.
Sing it! God bless the USA!
Now, people have noticed that he wasn't moving his arms during the inauguration walk down Pennsylvania Avenue to the White House.
Which, by the way, just gonna jump in, was 2.5 miles long.
He didn't move his arms once on a 2.5-mile walk.
I can't stop my arms from moving on a 5-meter walk, so in other words, we have to assume he was wearing fake arms.
Which means his real arms were underneath his coat holding an assault rifle, probably a machine gun.
With his trigger finger at the ready.
What if he sneezed? What if it was one of those really gross sneezes where everything just comes out? What would he have done?
It'd have been just like that.
Okay, that was really entertaining, but just to clarify, later on there were images released where he is kind of moving his hands.
Yeah, so we had our fun on Twitter, and the guy still looks really funny in that one vine, but he moved his hands, so I guess that proves all along he was unarmed.
Hey!
Get it? Because guns, and he probably had a gun, but he didn't have fake arms. Last but not least, let's talk about La La Land.
Okay, quick heads up. There are going to be spoilers in this next part. Joining us for this part of the video is Brogan, our lovely little editor.
And illustrator.
Hey!
Oh, it's so cute. La La Land is now currently tying for most Oscar nominations received for a single film, which is very awesome.
Yeah, I think it's up against Titanic. So what did you guys think?
Oh my god.
It was amazing.
I love it from so many different parts of my personality. Like, the artist in me is just like, oh, look at the composition and the color schemes and the palette, it's beautiful. And then the actress in me is just like, oh no, I've done that. I've done the whole auditions thing, I've done the rejection thing. It's so bittersweet and painful, but it's so accurate. Like, so much love went into this film, and you can tell it's made by people who love musicals, love cinema, and have fought that particular fight.
I love that it was taken in like a long shot, like Whiplash.
Yeah,
it was really similar.
The guy who directed Whiplash is the same person who directed La La
Yeah.
Land, which is so cool.
And you could tell, like from the beginning, you could tell it was the same guy.
And it also kind of just harks back to classic cinema and like old musicals. Like, I think the one it's being most compared to is Singing in the Rain, and for good
Yeah.
reason, because back in the days when Singing in the Rain and other big musicals were kind of in a golden age, camera sequences weren't complicated because they couldn't be, because the focus was the dancing, and then technology wasn't as advanced. So to go back to that kind of shooting style was so nice because it felt familiar and warm. It's just like,
Yeah.
I've been here before. Even though it was something completely new, it was old.
Can we just talk about how amazing the soundtracks are? I've been listening to them all week. I kid you not. It's been on repeat.
amazing.
The only thing I'm listening to is the entire album.
I've been singing it all week, and I've bought tap shoes.
Hey! Yes!
I have done that now, yeah.
Oh.
I think I bawled my eyes out at the end.
Yeah, I cried 4 times.
Oh,
Cried
what made
throughout.
you cry?
Yeah, when she cries when they're arguing, that
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God, that just made me really sad. And then I think when at one point when she was auditioning,
Yeah.
and then the end just killed
Yeah,
me.
the end sequence where it's kind of this like what it could have been, that kind of destroyed me, and I was like, oh. But then like right at the end, they kind of smile at each other, even though they followed their dreams, but they didn't get what they wanted with each other. But they're still happy.
Yeah, but that's not good enough.
Oh! It is interesting though that it didn't go down that same narrative route where it's just like, you know, you get a lot of like romantic comedies and romances and musicals where
Yeah.
they give up the career to pursue the love.
Yeah.
They literally flipped it on its head, and it's just like,
They pursued the career to
Yeah.
and then gave up the love. Yeah,
That's
which is
so
so
true,
interesting.
yeah, and it's just like, but they never like explicitly say that was the wrong thing to do. It's just like, this is where these characters are now,
Yeah.
make of that what you will.
And I think they both helped each other to get to the stage that they wanted to get to.
I like how that the way their relationship kind of ended is the way it started. Him at the piano and her staring at him
Yeah.
smiling from a distance. And I like the fact that there was like these parallels throughout the film.
It was very well written and produced and performed.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Okay, one of the things all of us loved was the colour palette.
Yeah. The fire hydrants were pink, the walls were blue and yellow, and the sky was just, oh.
Like, everything kind of matched when it was supposed to, and then contrasted when it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Is like her character, the point of her character is that she wanted to be someone who stands out. Apart from the moment where she's at the party where she doesn't, and she feels like she's just another face in the crowd, literally, as the song says. She's always wearing yellow, and the background is kind of deep purples and blues, literally opposite colours to yellow. So it's just like, look how different she is from the world around her. She deserves what she wants.
You know what's really nice? Ryan Gosling is actually an established jazz musician before
Yep.
he took this role up. He's in a band called Dead Man's Bones where they think about paranormal phenomena.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think he's a bit of a goth.
sounds
Ryan
right.
Gosling.
So La La Land's received 14 Oscar nominations, and if you want to check out the rest of the nominations, I've added a link in the description below.
Definitely watch it.
How much would you give it out of 10?
8.5.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 8.5, but open to change.
Open change. Okay. I'm a solid 9.5. I think it's time for some comments of the week. Brenna says, "Why is Noor such a guinea pig?"
Oh, I've always wondered this.
You know what?
Why are you such a guinea pig?
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just who I am.
Emma says, I don't ship Bella and Sam. Bella Thorne and Sam Pepper do not ship together. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do not go down with this ship.
Me either. Liam Murphy says, Justin Bieber and Adele. Now that'd be weird.
Yeah.
That'd be a weird OTP.
Peggy Eileen says, if aliens come to kill us, I'm with y'all. My cat needs to live.
Yes. Megan says, almost at 1 million. Yay!
Yay! Get in there, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and please share. share. If you like a video, share it with people you know. My milkshake brings all the cats to the yard.
Brilliant username.
I would like to go on record as saying I kept it together. My milkshake brings all the cats to the yard says, I think Justin is a bit jealous about Selena and The Weeknd. Couple names for them.
Celeb?
2, Abina. That's like Ribena.
I'm not okay with that.
I like the next one.
Second.
Seekend. And 4, Walina.
Walina.
These are golden. Thank you very much. My milkshake brings all the cats to the yard. And they're like, Walina. My milkshakes bring all the cats to the yard. And they're like, Walina.
Ruxar Islam says, have you ever been pranked before? Yeah.
Oh, she's gone to a dark place. I can't. No.
Where am I? I was with my little cousin in my room on Halloween, and we suddenly heard this. No one else was in the room, and then we suddenly heard this really, really, really deep voice mimic what we were saying. However, when we left the room, like, we thought someone was pranking us, but no one was around. So I don't know if it was someone.
No, that's just a haunting, dude.
Oh,
That's not a prank.
So I've been haunted, if that's any consolation.
I've probably been pranked, but have repressed the memory. I've played a prank. I think I've told you about this. In university, we went to my friend's twin brother's house and taped everything he owns to the walls and the ceiling.
Yep, that was brilliant.
And I mean everything. Like,
Yeah.
we took drawers out of his chest of drawers and taped them to the ceiling. We taped his curtains to the ceiling. We took out individual pencils from his pencil case, because he had a pencil case at university like an idiot, and like taped individual pencils.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a fun one.
That is a fun one. That's definitely not a haunting.
Well, Dorothy says, hashtag Chloe and Daniel Radcliffe forever. Yes, let's keep this going, please.
Are you trying to make this trend?
Yes. Fanic at the 21 Pilots pity party.
Dear Chloe and Noor, I love your vids after a crap week. I look forward to Friday evening. Thanks for making me happy. Aw, thanks for making us happy with your comment.
Oh, also, thank you for all this wonderful fan art.
Yeah, so many pretty pictures. Thank you to Lililumix, I think that's how you say it, and British Shadow GG for the pictures.
Ah, you and Wallace represent.
I like this because it's really anime styled.
It's really cute.
I like that you're winking.
And Ewan's just awesome. Like, so rad.
And do you see the little note? I don't have a purple Sharpie, so she left that blank.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you.